Tizen's potential is numerous, but it's rarely recognized. It can be a great place to build a streaming platform, app, or program if you know what you're doing. Besides, with a clear 11% global market share in TV devices for streaming services, discover how good is Samsung OS Tizen and why are they not using it on phones like S23. Just what is Tizen exactly and how good is it? Tizen is a flexible OS with many uses. In simple terms, it's an operating system OS at its core, with variants tailored to specific hardware. Even though Samsung is the only company to have done anything consumer-facing with it, the fact that it is open source means that other programmers are free to experiment with it, expand upon it, and create new applications for it. It is simple to transfer to and operate on a wide range of display devices due to the fact that it has a basis with other contemporary operating systems, including the Linux kernel. This allows it to be portable. Because of its standardized foundation, Tizen makes it much simpler to add new features and adapt to changing technical standards without compromising the stability of the product as a whole. Do you have any idea why astronauts prefer the Linux operating system? They can't open windows in space. OS Tizen makes it possible to easily synchronize many devices, dramatically improving user and developers' experience. Tizen is an operating system that has the potential to be a viable alternative to existing widely used platforms. Tizen could be the best option if you want something out of the ordinary. Engineering design. Tizen can start up far more quickly than Android since it uses fewer system resources. Unfortunately, Android TV devices do not yet include a 64-bit central processing unit (CPU) like those found in Tizen TVs. Additionally, Tizen enhances the picture quality, which is likely the most important aspect of any TV watching experience. Now, we know Tizen's engineering outperforms Google's Android. What we're yet to discover is which devices Tizen runs on. Anyway, hold your breath, you'll find out a few minutes from now. We are undoubtedly reaching the point where Samsung's cutting-edge inventions can reach their full potential. In my opinion, it is vital that you keep up with the most recent developments in the technological world. If you want to stay current, subscribe to our channel and enable post alerts. What sets Tizen apart from competing OSs? Although it is very unlikely, some individuals have speculated that operating system OS Tizen is not as good as the ones developed by Apple and Google. At the moment, it is missing a lot of important characteristics. However, this will soon be rectified. In any case, let's go even further into the ways which Tizen is distinct from the aforementioned operating systems. Features. Actually, Tizen is just like any other mainstream OS out there. It has some advantages and some disadvantages, like Android OS. For example, here is a quick rundown of the key features. Given its open source nature, it enables the creation of a true one-of-a-kind user interface. Creators have the leeway to make modifications, try new things, and innovate. Given its HTML5 foundation, its development time and cost can be reduced. HTML-savvy developers can also boost UX by creating a responsive, interactive interface. Android is a good platform on which to build applications. Users and programmers alike will like Tizen's minimalistic design and straightforward UI. Consumers have access to more options thanks to the widespread availability of the Tizen operating system OS in a number of different countries. Tizen enables linking of a wide variety of devices and the development of a standardized and mutually advantageous set of tools. There might be some minute differences between the user interface of a smart TV and that of the Android TV that is so widely used, but the bottom bar menus, settings, and other components all function in the same way. Tizen is a viable option for an operating system because it combines excellent performance with the ability to scale. It is not merely another operating system, rather, it is a near identical copy of Android. Some users may find the OS easier to use and more intuitive than others because of the few minor differences between it and other operating systems. On which devices does Tizen operate most effectively? Given its versatility, the Tizen operating system may function as the central processing unit, CPU, of a wide variety of various sorts of electronic devices. Sadly, it is only available on Samsung mobile devices and not on any other smartphone brand. Why? This is primarily because Samsung is likely to be deemed primarily responsible for both the commencement of the product's popularity and its extensive appeal. It finally became available to the broader public, and ever since that time, absolutely anybody is free to make use of it in whatever manner they see appropriate, regardless of whether or not they have access to it. A quick rundown of which gadgets can run on Tizen is as follows. Smartwatches, smartphones, the Smart TV netbook, technology for use within a vehicle's cabin that provides entertainment and information, devices that deliver navigation, entertainment, etc. Tizen OS is designed to work on a wide variety of different gadgets. Since it's not confined to a single app, it provides more opportunities to communicate with the target demographic. The universality of this OS means that users may watch their favorite shows and movies on any of their gadgets anytime they want. But why do phones like the S23 not run Tizen OS? Discover in the next few minutes the real reason S23 cannot run Tizen OS, despite what may appear like a failure on Samsung's part. How to get the Tizen software. Tizen can be downloaded through Samsung's website, so head over there if you're interested in getting it. The user may download the operating system to a computer when they have signed up for the service, and then they can move it onto their phone. There is also the possibility of using a cable in order to move the operating system from your computer to your phone. Restrictions in the Tizen operating system. There are a number of reasons why Tizen isn't as enticing as competing operating systems. Along with limited support for third-party programs and incompatibility with certain devices, not having open source is one of its main drawbacks. Fewer gadgets will be able to run Tizen. Smartphones with the Samsung Exynos Central Processing Unit, the Qualcomm Snapdragon chipset, or the MediaTek chipsets are also shown. Even though it is widely available, it is not supported by the most widely used smartphone in the world, Apple's iPhone. Why are they not using it on phones like the S23? Despite its prowess in the hardware sector, Samsung's success is ultimately tied to Google's Android operating system. As a result, Samsung must feel that part of its identity is missing. Samsung has been fighting a losing battle for years to promote the adoption of its Tizen operating system for smartphones and wearables. Still, it has not been successful since users have traditionally shown relatively little interest in the platform. In order to provide its customers the best possible experience with Samsung's phones, the firm does not employ the Tizen operating system in devices like the S23. Like Bill Gates says, the advance of technology is based on making it fit in so you don't really even notice it, so it's part of everyday life. The competition encourages innovation, as is well known. Digital behemoths competing for our money may spur inventive new items and services. Wouldn't it be preferable to choose a winner between Tizen OS and Android? We want Samsung to cease imitating Google software and services. Google and Samsung may be at odds. Check out our video, Could Samsung and Google be at war over hardware and software? I hope you enjoyed watching today's video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in our next.